What's up, guys? Welcome to the night stream. How's everybody doing? So, yeah, some of you who are following my Twitter or whatnot, or on Discord, you'll see that my capture card crapped out yesterday. For no apparent reason, just crapped out. So, I'm in the process of getting a new one. It should eventually be delivered here, eventually, in the next couple of days. So, gonna be packing and cleaning while I have you on in the background. No problem. I'm just chatting today. So, I figured while I was hanging out. Well, first of all, let's give a shout out to everybody. What's up, Corky? What's up, Jaycee? William? Just chill. Who else is here? I missed anybody? What's up, Mark Wicks? What's up, War Duck? Some of us stream on PC. You can do it on one PC. Oh no, it's not that I can't do it. It's just that if I change my settings, all I have to do is put a new capture card in. If I change my settings, then I have to put them all back, and it's the settings that's the problem. It's not the hardware. The hardware is easy. But I use two computers because it gives me a little bit more flexibility when I'm using my PS4, and hopefully my my Xbox once I pick one up. So he's making excuses of what it is. So I'm just here chilling out. I'm actually taking down the wall. This wall here. I'm actually taking down this wall so I can start putting up some others for next month. So while I'm doing this and cleaning off some of these things, if anyone's got any questions, absolutely anything, let me know. Let me know. Send me a question. I'm curious. I hear battle royales wear capture cards early. Well, it's lasted almost 2 years, I guess. I'm not sure what the lifespan of a capture card is, but you know, I can't complain. I can't complain. Let me see here. Let me move this over here. What's up, Freebird? So, yeah. So I'll go back to... I'll go back to the big face mode while I'm grabbing things off the board. So yeah, seriously, if anybody wants any questions, or anybody has any questions, anything, you want to ask anything, ask me. Here's my question. How did you meet Jaycee? I have not met Jaycee. Jaycee came over on a one-shot raid. Jaycee came over on a one-shot raid. So that's how we got to know each other. And he took to me right away because he found me to be so handsome. He found me to be so handsome that he's like, yeah, this is a good-looking guy. This is somebody I can get into. Sorry guys, my hair is messy and I haven't shaved, but yeah, that's how I met Jaycee. What did you have and what are you getting? I'm using Elgato, the Elgato HD60 Pro. The Elgato HD60 Pro. I have some externals if it comes down to it and I have to use it, but I don't think it'll be very long before the new one comes in. Wow, so many lies straight off the bat. Any other questions? Any ideas or thoughts of people who are possibly putting out their own channel? I can only tell you up to what I have experienced. I would not be there to tell you what is the be all and end all of streaming, but I can tell you what I know. Andy, my question is, what is your favorite thing about Jaycee? My favorite thing about Jaycee is that Jaycee thinks he's the favorite thing to everybody else. That's my favorite thing about Jaycee. Indy, please tell me everything about your life starting from the day of your birth. Wow. The day of my birth? Oh, you don't want to hear that story. That's a boring story. Me and the other sperm were chatting it up, waiting to get picked up by the ladies. And I don't know why they picked me, but, you know, maybe they thought I had a nice, trustworthy face, and they chose me amongst the millions of other sperms out there. He didn't even answer your question. Oh, what was your question, Corky? Sorry if I missed some of these. Let me see. Where's Corky? Corky. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is green, actually. My favorite color is green. What's up, Hardcase? Yeah, so once again, I'm just doing a basic Q&A tonight, a short Q&A. Mine is too. I know your favorite color is green. I found out from a special someone that your favorite color was green a little while ago. Yeah, I made it a point to find out what your favorite color was because you got my gift, right, Corky? I found you from a one-shot girl, right? Also, yes. A lot of people have. A lot of people did. Julie's, she's sweet. You know, that's one of the amazing things about the raids. Julie and anyone else who's raided, you know, it's a blessing to have people want to come by and say hi and spread that love. And I think it's a fantastic thing. But balls. Ooh, somebody donated.
To help get you a backup capture card, so we NEVWR have to go without you streaming. We're selfish like that.
Oh my god. Guys, hashtag the limers in the chat. That was, oh my god, that was so unnecessary. Thank you so much. That's crazy. That's crazy. The card is on the way. I've already paid for it. It's just got to be delivered. Thank you so much for that, guys. You didn't have to do that. I will get you up on the board. I will get you guys up on the board. You didn't have to do that. You guys are too kind. Too kind. I feel privileged because Indy found you. I found you through Wardeck. I found you through Jaycee. You know, all that goes to Jaycee. Jaycee was the one who brought you up to me. And I'm glad he did. Sorry, if I miss your questions, if I miss the questions, just ask them again. Just so I remember. This is another thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get used to, whenever I'm talking to you guys, I always I'm looking at the chat, and I end up talking to the chat. And I'm trying to get into a habit of reading the chat and then coming back here to talk to you guys. It's something that Julie is fantastic at, and I'm trying to get into that. Indy had said a backup card. What? A backup card? Is that what that said? Hold on, let me see this. Oh, well, I will get a backup card. I'm actually realizing that is probably something I should have. To help you a backup capture card so we never... Oh, I will definitely get a backup cap. I think it's actually a good idea. It's a good idea to have two of something. So, yeah, like headsets and all that kind of stuff. I think it's a good idea. The limers, yes. Thank you for hashtagging the limers in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. I will make a separate one for that. So, The murder mystery that we were supposed to do this month, I'm obviously going to put it off until I can get the capture card going, but I will definitely get to it. I will definitely get to it. If the card doesn't come in the next day or two, I'll do another stream like this, and I'll do like a talking murder mystery type of thing, or just so it doesn't go too long. But Splinter Cat, who so graciously donated last month as well, $100, you know, that automatically gave him like, you know, 28 or something like that, 28 guesses. And he's been really busy, hasn't had a lot of time to get guesses in, so he's offered to put his guesses on the guest list pool for next month. So there's already 20 to go on there, plus this one. This donation from the Limers, from you guys, will also go into that pool. So we've already got over 40 guesses in the Limer in the Limer pool for me to give out near the end of next month. But okay, so let me sorry, let me see if I'm missing a. By the way, I gotta update my phone. Update. My father is in the hospital. He's okay. Suffered a shoulder injury and a cast numbness did cut his head on his left side. Thankfully, did not go blind. Gonna be out for a while. Oh, William, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. Don't, you know, we'll catch you when you come back. Keep us updated. Keep us updated. It's nice to know, you know, things are all going okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad he's okay too, for sure. I found Indy when I was at my worst, and Indy and this lovely community gave me newfound strength, and I will never. Oh, you are too kind, man. Too kind. You're doing well. You know, we all have hard times. It's good to know that there's people around that we can sit down and chat with, even just, you know, have someone to listen to. So, I take that as a very huge compliment, Hardcase. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. William, my sister's friend's baby. He had surgery on his head because he was small. It looked like an egg when you look at it from the top. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Yes, for speedy recovery indeed. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. Probably a lot, I'm guessing. Probably a lot. I have to keep these aside. So I have to remember to put this one up for next month. Okay. Once again, if anyone's got questions, feel free to ask. Any question. Anything you want to know about me. I probably missed it, but did you do anything special for your birthday? What's up, TJ? Not too much. I did the birthday stream during the day. I was going to do a second part of it at night, but that never happened, obviously. But we went out for dinner, had ramen that night. Oh, it was so good. I'm going out this weekend with some family. Going out this weekend with some family for to get together, drinks, and that sort of thing. But that's about it, really. Just hanging out with the fam and hanging out with you guys. I couldn't be happier than to be hanging out with you guys. It's a blessing. It's a blessing for me to be able to hang out with you guys. So overall, it was a great day for me. Why is Jaycee a mod? Well, he paid me. He paid me to be a mod, so that's how he got to be mod. So I made these donations. I put a magnet paper on one side, the printing is in the middle, and then I covered it with a vinyl, a clear adhesive vinyl, so that I could erase them. Isn't that clever of me? Pay him monthly. I'm a purple cow for August. Yes, you got your purple cow right here. Your purple cow is going to go up on the board. Actually, if I can get these done today, I'll put them up on the board tonight. Moo! Is it going to clear up there? Okay. What, he paid too? Well, yeah, that's how you get mod status here, didn't you know? Psh, I don't give mod status to those who I trust and think are really great and kind people. I give them to people who pay me. What are you talking about? Every now and then, if you see me looking at the chat and talking, if I'm talking to chat, remind me to look at the screen. Anybody, feel free to remind me to look at the screen when I'm talking. Gotta remember, when I'm talking, look at the camera. I'm reading the questions, I'm reading chat, and then I have to look back at the camera. So, once again, if I missed any questions, just ask them again. Stare deep into my eyes. Is that deep enough? You have behavior problems, don't we all? Don't we all have behavior problems? If there was a moment in time you could travel back to, when would it be and the reason behind it? That's a good question. Well, I'll start off by saying if I travel back in time, it wouldn't be to change anything. Screen capture that. If I travel back in time, it wouldn't be to change anything. It would be to re-experience something. So I think it would probably be well, let's see, I'm an old man, so lots of things. There was a time I was very much I had a lot of friends in high school. I wasn't popular, but I had a lot of friends because I belonged to quite a lot of different cliques. Quite a lot of different cliques, and I was never a ladies' man or anything like that back in high school. But I always remember when the first time there's a beach up here that whenever the long weekend, a specific long weekend comes by, a lot of people go up to this beach. It wasn't really my thing. I didn't really. It's not that it wasn't my thing. I mean, I just didn't really go out of my way to go to the beach. I love the beach, but I was approached by some common friends that someone wanted to, or like someone invited me to go with them to the cottage for the weekend. And it turned out that I think it turned out to be a girl that she was such a sweetie. She was such a sweet person. She's still a sweet person. And she, I guess, I got some mutual friends to ask me if I wanted to go, and we'd be sharing. That was a really that was the first time that someone's ever, without me being aware something was going to happen. That's the first time someone's asked me to do something with them as a group because they were interested in me. It was very strange, but it was a nice feeling. It was a very nice feeling. We ended up going out for a while. She ended up going to college a year before me, and I didn't want her. It was really hard because we didn't want to separate, but I wanted her to really experience, you know, college and all that kind of college and its grandeur and all the things that had to come with it, without, you know, the idea of having, you know, the boyfriend back at home. And, you know, so it's like, it's fine, you know, go have a good time. And if a little while, you know, if some time passes and you're still, you know, we're still pining for one another, then, you know, hey, sure, maybe we'll get back together, but not until she feels that, you know, she's had a good college experience without me. And if it doesn't work out, then that's cool too. Then we ended up as really good friends, so that was really nice. Any other questions? I mean, there's lots of things. There's lots of things I would love to go back and experience. Starting streaming, you know, even though it was scary to start streaming, I'd still like to go back and feel what it was like to start streaming and not have anybody in chat and just to like talk to myself. That was it was scary, but it was kind of exhilarating at the same time. Name 3 things on my bucket list. 3 things on my bucket list would be to eat. Yeah, I would, when I say that, I mean, I would like to be able at some point in time to say that I've eaten local food from like a lot of different places in the world. Like, I'd like to say for sure, like all the different, not just like continents, but, you know, as many countries as possible. So, but it's got to be local. Like I got to go somewhere, not eating food at like a resort or anything like that. If I'm going somewhere, nothing like that. Like, I mean, I'm talking about going into a local area and having some local food, whether it's a little mom and pop shop, a little tiny hole in the wall. So I'd like to do that in a lot of places, like Japan, Australia. There's lots of Scandinavian countries, Thailand. There's lots of places. Lots of places. I'm not sure if that's a bucket list thing, because I don't know when I'd be done it. But I'd like to be able to say that when I'm, you know, at a certain age, I can sit here and say, you know, I have eaten food. I've eaten good local quality food at a lot of places. So that would be one thing. Another bucket list would be to do a meet and greet with like a good chunk of you guys. Like, that would be a great bucket list for me. You know, it was wonderful to see some people at PAX South, but if I was able to do a meet and greet at either PAX South or any other event, or just a get-together with like a large portion of you guys, because you guys were interested in going, and obviously not just for me, but just to go somewhere, just to travel, that would be a good one. I would like to say that, you know, that would be something that I could be proud of saying, yeah, I was able to get, you know, some of my regs, some of my subs and stuff like that to get together and all meet up in a somewhat local, or I guess somewhat centered spot where we can all, as many people as we could. I know it's not going to be for everybody, unfortunately, but A definite line with the limers, yeah. So that would be one. So that'd be the second one. And let's see, traveling. Oh, you know, what'd be a good one? Would be able to pay for, let's say, like a vacation house or something like that for me and my family, a place where we would always have to go to and that sort of thing. I think that'd be great. I mean, we'd miss Mom, of course, for sure, but if I could get to a point with my channel where I could actually afford to, you know, help put down money on a getaway spot for our house, for our family, that would be amazing. That would be really cool. All those good places, yeah, for sure. Provide a family vacation home, yeah, that would be the third one. And if not buy one, then at least, you know, be able to like do like a timeshare one where we could all put some money in and always have it to go to. Yeah, my family's really big. You know, we on my mom's side, she has like if I've got family watching, I'm probably gonna get the numbers wrong, but she's had like 6 sisters and quite a few brothers as well, and it was like some same kind of numbers on my dad's side. So our family's pretty big, and we the cousins we were pretty widespread. No, we don't get a chance to always see everybody because, well, you know, everyone's got kids and everything like that. But when we do get together, you know, you can tell that we're all happy to be part of such a huge family. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. A lot of them have been taking a lot of interest. This past weekend when everyone was here, they were asking me about the channel and stuff. All the little young cousins, like all my cousins' children, stuff like that, a lot of them were down here in my my room here taking a look at the setup. They were playing some Fortnite and stuff while the family was chilling upstairs. If you could change one thing when growing up, what would you change? I wouldn't change anything, Swift. I wouldn't change anything. You know, we are who we are because of the failures that we go through, as well as all the amazing things that we go through. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, I wish I'd done this differently. I wish I'd done that differently. But you are who you are. You are mentally who you are because of the hardships that you've had to go through, as well as the wonderful things you've had to be a part of. So I would never, whenever that question is ever asked me, I always say the same thing. I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, there were some hard parts in my life growing up, sure. But if I didn't have those things, I wouldn't be who I am now. So it's definitely, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. Learn to make mistakes. Learn not to fear making mistakes. The best way to grow and to learn is to encompass, you know, your failures, learn from them, and move on. That's a real way of learning. It's a hands-on way of learning. So never be afraid to fail. Just learn to learn from all your failures. If you could change your pants, what would you if you could change your pants, what would you change into? Pajamas. Practically every single time you guys see me stream, I'm wearing pajamas. I'm always wearing pajama bottoms because they're the most comfortable. Ah, yes. There are a ton of movies out right now about time travel. Those movies are always about regret. Yeah. Yeah. But wait, I'm mentally unstable. I could change a few things. Oh, well, I'm not saying that other people couldn't change things. I'm not saying that. I know you're not, DaFeralOne. We all. I mean, some people are, some people aren't. But you going back and trying to change something, it's never one thing that makes you who you are now. Right? It's a culmination of experiences. So the more you try to go back and change, the more you get away from who you are right now. And if you don't like who you are right now, some people might not. It's not a matter of trying to blame, the things that happened. Sure, there were causes, there were reasons that you are in the position you're in. But instead of thinking about it like that, thinking about the things that caused you to be where you are, think about it more along the lines of, yes, I know why I am where I am. I know the reason that I'm here in this position. Knowing that is not gonna change anything. So let's learn to not repeat those things. Let's find a way for me to make myself happy. So the more you go back to try and change things, and you change one thing, you'll see how much it changes, down the line. And every little thing, all the little things that you might think wouldn't have made a difference if you had changed it. If you firmly believe that, then you wouldn't go back and do it. You wouldn't go back and change it, right? Like if you honestly believe that, oh, well, if I just go back and change this, what's going to be the big deal? It's like, well, it's obviously a big deal for you. You want to go back and change it. So it's not really a good argument that way, but if you know what I mean. I live by this one saying, everything happens for a reason. That's a good one, yeah. I agree that everything happens for a reason. My answer to that reason is that's just life. I don't specifically believe that there's an overall plan, and that everything that happens is based along that plan. I like to believe that life is fluid. I like to believe our decisions are in the making at the moment in time, and so that makes me feel like I'm somewhat in control of my own life. It makes me feel that if I don't do things to better myself, then they won't get better. So that's how I try to convince myself to, keep keeping on, keep moving forward, trying to better myself for me. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. Don't hide away from it. Deal with it. Work with it. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? Sorry for caps to get to. Oh, no, it's no problem. I don't believe in everything happens for a reason. Fate doesn't exist. Yeah, a lot of people believe that. That's fine. I'm not a huge fate person either, really. But the point is if other people believe in fate, it's not your position to try and convince them otherwise. If a person living a fantastic life because what you believe to be is wrong, then who are you to change that, right? You make yourself happy. That's the main thing. Do what you are to be happy. Don't try and change people. As long as they're not trying to change people, then you don't try and change them. If they're happy doing whatever they're doing, whether you might think it to be silly or ignorant or whatever, doesn't matter. If they're happy, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Help your grandma stop smoking. Nice. Nice. I love smoking. If any of you didn't know, I was a long time smoker. Long time smoker. I was able to quit because I figured it's a good time to quit. I'm at that age where I got to worry about that kind of stuff. But I also told myself that I'm going to start up again. When I get to a certain age, I'm going to start smoking again. When I get to that point where it's, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm okay with letting myself slide a little bit downhill now. That's going to be the day where I light up a cigarette because I love smoking. Plus Radiation, I love it. I know. That's a fantastic video, isn't it? It was an amazing video. He's done a lot of other stuff. He's actually on, right now, he hasn't done as many lately because he's been on, I don't know if you guys know that show, Save the World. Bill Nye. Save the World. He's been doing a lot of stuff for his show, but Hardcase is wrong. Who are we to question if something is working for someone? That's right. As long as they aren't hurting anyone else. That is exactly my state of mind. And that's why people who put their faith in faith, people who put their faith in religion, people who put their faith in, any kind of you know, way of living that moves them forward in a good and happy, you know, path is good. Besides streaming, what do you do on your off time? Well, I have to admit that I don't have any off time anymore. I mean, I work part-time at the university here, and it's as some of you know, my exams are starting on Friday. So even if I do get my card, my graphic card, in the next couple of days, my streams are going to be a little spotty until exams are over on the 15th. Last day of exams is the 15th. So, but I proctor quite a lot at the university. And a lot of times why I do my streams in the afternoon and then again at night is because that time in between, I'm either spending with family or I'm working. A lot of times I'm working in that spot in between. So I'm lucky to be given a job that has given me a certain amount of flexibility. A lot of people live in debt. I'm not one of those people. I mean, I do have a tiny bit of, like, I guess credit card debt, which is like, you know, a little bit here or there, but nothing that can't be paid off, you know, in a year. If I want to just, you know, pay it all off, I could do it. But other than that, I don't have any debt, which is really nice. So it's provided me a pretty decent flexibility, especially to start streaming. But other than that, I was a graphic designer by trade. I went to college for it, and I worked in Toronto for it as well. And I don't mind it. The company I was working for was great, but they were like a security technology company at the time, and the graphic design was more based on, like, you know, okay, we're changing our brand and we're doing this. So it wasn't really a lot of they needed someone who knew the software, not really someone to be really, you know, designing and coming up with ideas per se. It was always like, okay, well, these are the colors we want to use, this is what we're looking for, get it down for us, and then, you know. So anyways, but yeah, so I was a graphic designer by trade. I love watching movies. I used to read pretty regularly, but since I started streaming, I don't have time, to tell you the honest truth. I was, as some of you know, I was doing 2 streams a day, and I wasn't able to get things done for the stream. When I'm not streaming, I'm working on stuff for the stream. There's still a ton of things that I have to do for the stream constantly. You know, as one thing happens, you're like, okay, I want to update this now. I want to update this. I want to have a new animation when I go from screen to screen. So all those things are constantly keep me busy, which is great. I love to do it. I love to do that stuff. But when I was streaming twice a day, I didn't have any time to do it. So that's why I took the Tuesdays and Thursdays off. I mean, I love movies and anything like that, but I don't watch TV anymore. There's certain things that I watch, like I'm really looking forward to the new Doctor Who season. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. You know, I watch, as all of you know, I'm a big fan of Firefly and that sort of thing, but Westworld and stuff like that. But it's not often that I'll sit down and binge for a long time. I might binge a couple of shows, you know, when I'm hanging out with the family, but and my reading has gone to audiobooks. I'm doing a lot of audiobook listening and trying to get on the treadmill every day, trying to get some exercise in every day, and the audiobooks were really, really good for that. Thank you for that retweet. Did I miss any questions? Massive donation. Thank you. I will definitely get another card in case that ever happens again. That was from $100 bones from Dalimers. Yeah, it's too much. Too much. So that's one of our... You can't see it because it's yellow, but... It's getting keyed out. I don't know if I can fix that or not, but... Anyways, it's yellow. It's a little elephant bank. $100 that'll go up on the wall. You can see it on the wall when it's on the other wall, so... Yeah, we've already got a big yellow magnet for the wall. All right, let's see. Did I miss anything? I like doing that, like, you know, as I'm doing my t-shirt design, so I still like doing design work. It's hard to spend a lot of time on it, but... She had cancer in her right lung, and then her heart fell out of the hole. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. Yeah, rough times. Rough times. My family's been hit pretty badly by cancer as well. All right. Anything you want to know? Anything you want to know? If you want to know about streaming, if you have any questions about streaming or getting into streaming, feel free to ask. I'll tell you as much as I know. I'm an open book. I'm an open book. So, feel free to ask me about almost anything. I will answer. But while we're here now, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right, let's go and drop this guy on the board right now. We're gonna start off the board right in the middle there. It's green right now, but it should hopefully, once I get some of these on, that green should go great. Should fix itself. Do you have a second favorite book? Ah. Don't worry, guys. This green screen will fix itself eventually. But here we go. Do I have a second favorite book? Yes. Probably, yes, I do. I do have a second favorite book. That's a good answer, right? Yes. My second favorite book is probably Ready Player One. Ready Player One's probably my second favorite book. That's right. My favorite book is The Idiot. The Idiot by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Not an everyday Oh. It's not an everyday book, not an easy read book, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I feel a connection between one of the main character in that book, Prince Leo Nikolaevich Mishkin, and yeah, I felt a bit of a connection to him in that book. I tried to read it. It was a book given to me by one of my aunts. But I finally watched the new Blade Runner, and the new Blade Runner is really good. It's just like the original Blade Runner. Didn't do well in the theater, but it is really good. It is really good. And it'll probably go down as being another one of those really good movies that got yeah, it's like a lot of people who saw Blade Runner in the theater were liked it better than the first Blade Runner. Yeah, I'm not surprised. There's a lot of people who'd think that way, but both of those movies didn't do well in the theater, but they will do well afterwards. The first Blade Runner is better if you watch it with the director's version, the director's cut, mainly because when they made the first Blade Runner theatrical movie, at some point in time, someone said, I'm not sure if people will understand what's happening, so let's put the narration of Deckard talking. And if you watch it without the narration, it's so much better. It has so much. It feels like it's got a little bit more depth, and you're learning things for yourself, and you don't feel like you're being spoon fed or anything like that. So, yeah, the new one was good. The new one was really good. I liked Maze Runner. I haven't watched it. I've heard good things. I'm a big movie fan, so. Yeah, the new one is quiet and slow like that. Yeah, that real dark, somber kind of, very artistic, with like the cinematography, the backgrounds, and the backdrops and everything. So good. A lot of stuff that was put into that movie visually that a lot of people didn't get or didn't care for, especially when they think futuristic action movie. You know why a lot of people are not going to be happy with it, because it's not an action movie in the sense that a lot of people think. But yeah, good movies for sure. First DVD I ever bought was The Sound of Music. I really like that movie. That's a great one. Yeah, good times. Does anyone know their what their first music album was they ever bought? First CD or first record, first tape? My first record that I bought myself was Michael Jackson's Thriller. Even though there were some others in the house already. I was me in my house that bought Blondie's a good one. Spice Girls, nice. Blondie, we had Blondie as well, yeah. That's a good one. We still have a lot of albums in the house. You guys ever get that riddle about what's the average amount of grooves on a record? Like a full record, not a 45. What is the average amount of grooves on a record? Huey Lewis in the News. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's right. There is just one. Yeah. I think I had something with Disney. I was a big fan of the Disney movies. Big fan. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? In 10 years, I'll be 54. 10 years, I'll be 54. I don't know. I'll be, if it's up to me, I'd be right here. I'll be right here, hopefully with like a massive fan base, with people who want to be like a huge community, You know, something that, you know, all of us can be proud of being a part of. That's, yeah, I would love to be there in 10 years when I'm 54. Yeah, for sure. I'll be the old man on YouTube. I think that's something with Disney. I was invited to an Aladdin party with a bunch of girls. All these guys I knew in high school were asking me how I got invited to this girl's sleepover. And I was like, I don't know. I like Aladdin. They were all fans of Aladdin. They were gonna watch it that night, and I got along very well with a lot of the girls in my school, and they just wanted me to come. It was good fun. He'll be married to me, and we'll have lots of puppy babies. Oh, puppies. I love puppies. He'll have 10,000 subs. You know, in 10 years from now, let's see, what's my number at right now? 1223. If 10 years from now I've got 12,024 subs, then I consider myself a success. And I already consider myself a success to have gotten 100 subs. So, you know, I was blown away when I got 50 subs. So it's been a fun journey. I don't want to have kids. Is that okay? I don't want to have kids either. Kids are not in my future. I love kids. I love my niece and everything. I love my cousins and everything like that, but no kids is the new norm. Oh, there's nothing wrong with kids. I mean, some people are fans of kids, some people aren't. If I need some down the line, you know, I'll buy one. I'll buy a kid on the black market, you know. Puppies are better than kids, for sure. Ha, tell that to my family. You tell that to your family. What are they going to do? Shun you? They might. Is it going to be any different than how they might feel now? Because you think for yourself and you're a strong individual woman? Babies are ugly. You need to buy a kid. Come to your friendly neighborhood gun runner. You're missing out there, Indy. Saw my boy roll over trying to crawl today. It melted my heart, dude. Oh, I'm not saying, trust me, I'm not saying that having kids is a wrong way to go. And I'm never going to argue with someone, Hardcase, like you. Trust me, all my friends, a lot of my friends have got kids, and they wouldn't give them up for the world, and I wouldn't expect them to. Just different people want different things. And you know, I know kids would change me, but it's just not in my my cards. But it's not something that I want in my cards. There are people who want kids. There are some people who have kids thrust upon them and do amazingly well. But I would never argue with someone who thinks that they had the world, the most amazing gift given to them when they have kids. Of course, that's an amazing gift. Of course, as long as they're not telling me that I'm in the wrong for not having kids, I'm fine with it. Because I would never tell them that they were in the wrong for having kids. Having kids puts you in debt and ages you. Oh, I don't know. My family's pretty good. The love of a family can be rejuvenating. My sisters tell me not to get married and to not have kids, to each their own. Yeah, it's true. I wouldn't spoil my kids. Oh, I don't know. That's easier said than done, Kelly. Easier said than done. A lot of people say that. When they have kids. I would never. before they have kids, like, I would never do that. No, it's a horrible way because, you know, they're going to grow up wanting this, grow up wanting that. When you have kids, ask Hardcase. Ask Hardcase, you know, and again, like, you know, another 5-10 years, ask him again. You know, he might have thought that one way too, but, you know, when your kids come up to you when they're really long and really young and they might want something that isn't necessarily detrimental, might be spoiling them a little, you might give in. You'd be surprised. I have a whole lot of love, so people mistake that as me wanting kids. Oh, I know, it's a big one. That's a big mistake. A lot of people think that too. My boy will want for nothing. There, that's another big mistake. You'll never be able to give your kid everything, but that's not the point. You're not there to give your kid everything, right? Yeah, I agree with you, Corky. A lot of people, you know, you have all this love to give. People know you as being a very loving person, and they're like, this is why you need to have a kid. Because you're so, you know, you have so much love to give. It's like, what? Like, we weren't even talking about that. I was talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Where did kids come into this? Only one toy a week if they're good that whole week. I have a feeling that'll change, Kelly. I would love to, you know, if I'm still around, when your kids are getting older, you know, when they're just reaching their teens, try and remember this conversation. Let me know if you've ever changed. It doesn't matter if you did. It's not good or bad if you did, or if you stuck to your guns. They're both good. They're both good. They're both wonderful ways to live life. Spoiling is fine, you know, and keeping them very, you know, straight and narrow is fine too. That's all right. Your kids are not only a product of you, but they're a product of their peers too. So there are going to be some things that they're learning outside of the family. I'll be one of those parents that'll be like, you want to get a car? Then work hard and save up for it. Want to go to college? Then work hard and pay for it. Only people with higher IQs than Hardcase should be allowed to have children. Ouch. I probably will have one when I'm like 50 and have stopped traveling. Hey. There's always that. There is always that. You got lots of time. You got lots of time, Corky. You're still young. You're still young. I'm sure the guys mistake you for, you know, what? 20, 21? Because that's what you look like. Those are fighting words. My kids will have to wait for a phone until they're 13. That's fine. That's a good one, too. That's a good one, too. The idea of what a phone is now might not be the same down the line, Kelly, but that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I'm always willing to fight. You got 21 years left? Can't be. I'm telling you, when you said 21 there, I think you meant to say, yes, I am 21. 21 years of my life have gone by, no more. What's the weirdest bad dream you can remember? But tell us in less than 5 words. I haven't had one. The weirdest. Oh, weirdest. I haven't had a bad dream. I haven't had a bad dream that I can remember. Weird? Okay. Weirdest dream in less than 5 words? Flying with wrong advice. Flying with wrong advice. I got 21 years until I'm 50. I'm more than halfway there. Right, you look amazing, Corky. You look amazing. I think you look amazing. And, well, I mean, who else do you really need? I'm the important one here. Oh my God, it gives me a sour taste in my mouth to even say those kind of things. But I think you look amazing. And I don't think you look like you're halfway there. My kids will never be allowed to use and see my phone. They will be in timeout. Example, punched in face by a werewolf. That's more than 5 words. Again, I'm trying my best that I can be. Hey, as long as you're doing what you want to do to make yourself happy, then I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard to see you make those leaps and bounds, make yourself happy. Seeing other people happy because of things that they are not only doing for other people, but they are doing for themselves. That gives me great. That gives me great, great pride to see other people doing things for themselves that make them happy. Indy wouldn't want to marry me. He can do better. I can't marry you. I'm gonna marry my monitor. My touch monitor is so pretty. If you've been around here long enough, you know how much I love this monitor. They'd be jealous. My monitor would be jealous. I can't go out with anyone because I'm going to be married to my monitor. Isn't that exactly 5 words? Punched in face by werewolf. Oh yeah, you're right. It is 5 words. I obviously cannot. I obviously cannot count. You were punched in the face by a werewolf. Was that an example or was that a real example? He has done better. I hate it when people say that so-and-so can do better. That's not for you to decide. It's for the person to decide. Yeah, for sure. Another example. Her head twisted right off. I have a feeling I could sit down and listen to your dreams, TJ, for the rest of my life and never be disappointed. And these were real examples. Oh, I knew it. I'm too tired right now, Hardcase. Now I want to hear about your flying dream. It was very weird. Once again, I don't recall any bad dreams. I've never woken up to a bad dream, I don't think, that I can remember. But I had a dream where I was flying around and I was purposely giving people like what I considered to be wrong, bad advice. I was aware. I remember that every time I was flying around, I would stop floating and I would say something. I can't remember anything that I said, but all I remember was that it was horrible advice and then I would just fly off to the next person. I have no idea. My dream is had to leave porn star. Ah. Indeed. Maybe lay off the hoary stories and movies before bed. Oh, she reads a lot too, yes. I don't remember the dream, but I woke up instantly full on. I woke up instantly and full on punched the wall. I've heard that before. I remember I was sleeping. I was sleeping next to my girlfriend once, and I went to get up, and she yelled, and her hand just came flying across and flattened me back into my bed. She doesn't remember it at all, but I remember that one. That scared me, I have to admit, because I'd never seen someone do that in like fully asleep. What was it? They weren't sleepwalking. What is that called? Somnambulism or something. I think that's what it's called. But She wasn't sleepwalking or anything like that. She was aware that I was getting out of bed, and she was like, whoosh, and she screamed no or something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, okay. I never liked to read. I like to learn things on my own. Well, that's how a lot of people learn things, Kelly. Reading's great for that. People who are well read, that is learning on your own. Reading and learning is learning on your own. That's if you're doing it for yourself. I mean, if you're talking about reading for school, I don't think that's the same thing. But if you're reading for yourself on your own time because you enjoy reading, you are learning things on your own. Which was also my thought. Who needs games? We could just sit around and talk every now and then. Would you guys like to do this on a regular basis? You know, once a month. Do a little chat. Just so it's not too open-ended, I could always have like a topic or something like that we start off. We'll probably end up, going off on some tangent, but if there's enough of you that would like to see more of these, then we could do them. Yes, TJ? I don't hate it. Jaycee? All right. I only like comic books because it is better. I have lots of comic books. I forgot the first appearance of oh my god, I can't believe how could I have possibly forgotten his name? I'll think of it. Gambit. The first appearance of Gambit. I have a comic that has the first appearance of Gambit. A friend of mine found, and he bought it for me, Wolverine #1. I was a big fan of Wolverine growing up. Yeah, man, this is awesome and chilled. Yeah, I like chill. Chill's good. I really enjoyed that Christmas Eve stream. Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? I know I would. You would like to see more of these? Is that what you mean, Corky? Be right back, okay. Be right back, dude, yes. Murder Mystery Reveal Night, maybe? I'll maybe do more of these on the Murder Mystery Reveal Night, you think? We could do that. We could do, like, I know a lot of people like to do the Jackbox Party. But we could do both. Not a bad idea. We chilled while you wrapped presents. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. No problem, Corky. Hurry back, yeah. More Q&A streams. Oh, sweet. All right. Yeah. So, okay, let me ask you guys, what was the last trigger, memory trigger, and what was the memory, and what was the trigger? So the last time something triggered, like a potent memory, whether it be food, smell, or something like that, what was the last, if you can remember, what was the last time you were triggered into a memory, and what was it that triggered it, and what was the memory? If you want to, if you're interested. If you could only take one more trip away from your current town in your life, where would you go? Oh wow. Whew, that's a tough one. Okay, let me think about this logically. I love certain places that I have traveled to. Would I go back to one of them because I enjoyed it so much? Or would I want to have at least one more memory of a new place that I've been to? Alright. I'm going to chop out the fact that I would not go back to a place that I really, really love. Because I have the memory. And I can always relish in that. So I would go back to somewhere new for sure. I think it would probably be Japan. It would probably be Japan. I plan on going to Japan, hopefully within the next year or two. But I would probably be Japan because there's something about the art and the pop culture and the people there that I think I would find very satisfying. Based on other travel shows that I've watched, other people that I know who have gone there, including two amazing professors that I know from the university here, who as women have both mentioned that Japan, downtown Japan at nighttime was one of the safest places they've ever felt traveling by themselves at night in the city. Two women downtown at night in a city, and they felt super safe. That to me is a big thing. But overall, you know, Japan's art, Japan's lifestyle, Japan's the variety in Japan when it comes to like old style art and theory and just, you know, wisdom and knowledge compared to their new style of technology and love and a new style of art and modern art. They're so different, but they are intrinsically connected that it boggles my mind that I could see both in one place. I was looking at old pictures of my dad and reminded me of when we used to go to our friend's cottage for a holiday. And I just remembered how amazing it was. Oh, that's a good one. One thing I always remember is the awesome rope swing that I used to swing on. This thing was tied to a really high tire, so you got serious air too. Tree, gotcha. Really high tree, high tire. Cool. I like it. Funny, I quite enjoy watching videos of streamers in Japan, Western streamers, living there now. Yeah. There's a YouTuber, by the name of I has Cupquake. I watch a lot of her streams. Her and her husband. She's traveled there a few times. Her and her husband. These two people are super sweet, super nice, very business mind oriented, and very, very colorful people. I love watching her videos. I really do. She's extremely pretty. He's extremely hot. I mean, not that matters, but they revel in who they are as people, and they enjoy doing these things. And the opportunity that YouTube has given them, they are taking full advantage of, which is great. And don't get me wrong, I know there's lots of YouTubers out there doing that, but there were just a couple that I know. Not that I know, but that I like to watch. And I've been to Japan a couple of times. That show I told you about before, the travel show called Departures, another fantastic travel show. I always watch it whenever I'm about to go on one of my trips. It always gets me in the mood for, you know, these young guys who gave up their jobs and everything for a year to go traveling. Really, really good show. And I enjoyed their Japan episode as well. But yeah, tire swings, right? It's been a long time since I've been on one too, man. I remember I went back to a park. I used to live in an area that was all townhomes, and there were little parks and stuff like that in the middle. One big park, actually, that we used to live in. And I told you guys about the story about that girl who disappeared overnight, and then I found her again in my new neighborhood, and then she disappeared overnight again. It's very strange, but anyways, I remember I used to crawl on the monkey bars and stuff like that, and then I remember I went back as an adult, and I was just amazed at how, I remember thinking how high the monkey bars were, and then when I was walking into it, when I was an adult, and how like the monkey bars like came up to my neck, I was like, what? This is crazy. There's no way these monkey bars can be this short. No way. But yeah, sure enough, they were. Mm. Now my favorite anime, Mushishi, I think it's like a made-up time in Japan, but I'll never forget. I love the idea of this traveling Mushi master, and the idea of these life forms. Really, really good stuff. Really, really enjoyed it. Anything else? Let's see. What else can we talk about? Any more questions? Anything? Hardcase, Jaycee. I know you guys have just gotten started in enjoying. Have you guys been enjoying your foray into live streaming? Are you guys liking it? Would you? You both might be doing it for separate reasons, but is it something that if someone else had the option and they were thinking about doing it, you would say you should go ahead, you should go and do it? How come you need a capture card to play games? Well, you don't. There are other ways you can do it if you're using two separate computers and stuff like that. But the reason I use it is because I only want my game running on my gaming computer. I don't want anything else. And my capture card gives me the flexibility to use my PC, but at the same time plug in my PS4 or plug in my Xbox and not really have to lose a step. I can just do those things. If I want to play PS4 tonight, bang, it goes right in there. And when it comes, there's a lot of like peripherals you can add in if you have like a 2 PC streaming setup. When it comes to sound and music and things like that. The Alien Raid. Oh my goodness, Rothea, how are you doing, my dear? How are you doing? Thank you guys for coming by. Welcome, welcome. Guys, Rothea, another fantastic streamer. She was so sweet. I met her out at PAX South last year. What's up, Rothea? Marlins Blonde? Marlins Sablone? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Deck Jr., Alex. Thank you guys, the Gamer Ace. Thank you guys for stopping by. We're doing a little Q&A tonight, mainly because my capture card crapped out the other night, and I'm waiting for a new one to come in. What's up, Cudal Moose? Alien Raid, welcome, welcome, welcome. My capture card is broke, yeah. So, I mean, I have some externals that I could, if I needed to, if I was doing a specific thing, I could, you know, whip up and put it together. But it won't be long. It won't be long for the new one to come. I've already ordered it, so it's on its way. What's up, my cat's too fat? My cat's too fat. I love fat cats. I love fat cats. I was a big Garfield fan growing up, so yeah. So the capture card is broken for now, but it'll be fixed in no time. So I was waiting. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you know they bought a capture card and it crapped out after a year of using it," or Some people have never had issues. So it's like one of these days, and someone, you know, donated tonight. They said here's some money towards an extra capture card in case it ever happens again. You have a backup, which I think is a good idea. And there's lots of different types of capture cards. For those, I think Hardcase, you were asking, but it's good for, you know, capturing other devices other than just computer. Because if you're just doing a single computer, you can do it without. Jaycee knows. If you're doing a single or a double computer, you can do it without a capture card. He was mentioning that you have to have OBS running on both. I don't like anything running on my gaming PC other than my game. So there's literally nothing. When I'm running my gaming PC, there is nothing else running on it. So my streaming PC does all that hard lifting, all that hard work. And even though it does all that hard work, it doesn't even have to be a very strong PC at all. I think it's got like 4 gigs of RAM or something like that. It's got a basic I think 2 terabyte drive or something, but it's a very there's no graphics card to it at all. It's very, very bare bones, but you don't need it. You don't need it. Yeah. But like if I wanted to attach my, me and Jaycee was mentioning this earlier. Yeah, if I wanted to attach my PS4 to my streaming computer, then I wouldn't be able to put like OBS on both of them, so that wouldn't really work for me. But there are other options. There are other options if you don't want to use a capture card. It's not necessary, but I find the capture card also has other options too. Like the Elgato capture card has the ability to do flashback saving and stuff like that. If I ever want to implement it, playing certain games, you can set it up. Especially if you're using PS4 and stuff like that, you can set it up so that it'll automatically save certain parts of your video and everything, and that's built right into the card. You don't have to have like a third-party app to do that or anything. So it's handy. So I've got 3 computers running in front of me. I've got my Mac, which I do a lot of my design work on, and then that's what I watch my stream on while I'm streaming, and then my streaming computer, my gaming computer in front of me. Right. Rethea, what were you playing tonight? I don't know if you're still here, or those of you who might have been in Rethea's chat. Rethea's got she likes to do cosplay a lot when she's playing certain games. She's very, very pretty. She's a very, very pretty girl. She's got such a great, beautiful smile. She smiles with her whole face. You do design work also? I used to be. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so like, you know, it's handy when I do my thumbnails, or I'm doing some basic animations, or when I'm doing like my emoticons, or if I'm making screen overlays and things like that. It helps to know the software and that kind of thing. My logos and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, those are my emoticons there. Yeah. So it's good to know the software. It helps. I know some people pay for it. That works too. That's great. That totally works. But I don't have money to be paying a lot of people a lot of extra things, you know. So I do it all on my own. My t-shirt designs and stuff like that, I was able to do all those for myself. So I know some people have asked, and for people who stream, like it takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of time. I know some people have asked if there's, you know, if they've asked for design work and stuff like that. And I feel bad saying that, you know, it's not that I couldn't do, but I feel bad saying I don't have the time. A lot of people don't understand that I'm constantly on the stream. When I'm not streaming, I'm constantly working on the stream, and so I feel bad because I used to do freelance graphic work for people and stuff like that, but I just don't have the time anymore. But I used to work in the SMT industry and loved designing PC boards. Okay. Forgive my ignorance. My cat's too fat. I'm not sure what the SMT industry. But yeah, designing's great. It's a form of art, and it makes me I love it. So when I'm busy, you know, doing a little. Oh, surface mount. Okay. Yeah. See, I mean, as he says, you know, fat cat or fat cat. My cat's too fat. Loves design. There's something about people who are in that field. They love to do it. I love spending my time on it. So it's good. I mean, when I was working as a graphic designer in Toronto, I was working, as I mentioned before, I was working for a company that was all technology. So I wasn't really getting a chance to design per se. It was just them saying, okay, this is what we need for our branding. These are the colors we need to use. We need this font. So you're just pretty much putting everything together. All they needed was someone to use the software. They were pretty much telling you exactly what they wanted. There was very little designing that I was getting to do, but at the time it was just money to make. It was just a way to make money, and I was hoping I would move on from there. But hey, I would program the machines to place the parts. Oh, cool. So yeah, you've been in a lot of the chain of that process, eh? My cats. That's cool. Now, when you find something that you enjoy, you know, you gotta kind of you know, stick with it and, you know, hunker in and that sort of thing. If you like it, it doesn't feel like work, right? So, unfortunately, you know, not. I think that should be a goal. It doesn't happen for a lot of people. You know, it's. But you should never feel bad for, you know, if you got that, you should never feel bad that you were able to get it and others can't. You know, you do what you can. Now I build custom cars, boats, and bikes. Oh, sick. Awesome. Cars, boats, and bikes. Wow. Interesting. Do you do small boats, like, as well as big boats? Like, do you do, like, kayaks and paddle boats and canoes and stuff like that? And that's probably on the smaller end of what you do, but do you do that kind of thing? That'd be interesting. Yeah. Now my boats are jet boats that run upriver. Oh. Cool. This sounds like a guy who really enjoys what he's doing. That's cool. It sounds like you really enjoy it, and that's that seems to come across in just how you're talking. It's the first time I've ever met you, but you know, I feel like you really enjoy the work that you do, and I just get that just from listening to the conversation, and that's great. That's cool. Anyone else got any questions? Anything? Once again, I'm an open book. We've already been talking for an hour and a half. Wow. But yeah, I will definitely have. I live in Idaho, and we have lots of cool rivers here. Sweet. What was I gonna say? I forgot now. But yeah, so there's lots of good games coming out, guys. Hopefully I'm gonna get my hands on a good chunk of them. Battlefield, Spider-Man, Red Dead, Last of Us, Death Stranding. What else? There's so many coming out. You know, the new Black Ops with their Black Ops and Battlefield are both going to have a battle royale. I think this is going to be the first time that some of these AAA companies are putting out a game with a battle royale. So I think battle royale works really well. And I think this is why a lot of people do like it, and it works well on stream. The whole idea of, you know, as long as there's not a huge time to load in between games, that's good for streamers. You know, you're playing with a set purpose. Your viewers are watching you play with that set purpose. And if you die, then All right, game's over. You start a new one, and you try to get better, and you try to move on. So, it's all right. I'm 14. I'm 57, and I'm living my dream as a kid. Nice. Living your dream as a kid is great. It's great. I'm down with that that sentiment. Definitely down with that sentiment. All right. So guys, while I have you guys here, I'm gonna go to our notebook over here. Let me clear a couple of things here. So this is last month's suspect list. I think I might start numbering some of these, just so I don't have to do what I was doing the other night and like try and count down. I'll just start it off like that. We'll eventually do that, and then we'll do the second list over here. I will just clear that for now. And I'll make a list of the locations and weapons in a little while. I'll get those up on there. Oh, my cat's too fat. Thank you. If I go here, I'm sorry my alert didn't work right there because I'm not on the right spot. But if I was here and the game was playing right over here where my capture card would be showing my game right here, this would have popped out. Where is it? Why is it not working now? I don't know, but I had a little thing that would slide out saying that you become a limer. Welcome to the family. Thank you for hitting that sub button, my friend. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but very nice meeting you, all of you, and if it's be seeing you more, we would love to have you. We got a real great community here, my cats. Really sweet people. They like to chat. They like to have a good time. You know, it's a good lime. It's a good lime. So, welcome to the family. And please, yeah, give next time you're in Matthias' chat, please give her a big hug for me. Tell her thanks. She's such a sweetie. So many nice people. Yes, the term lime is a Trinidad slang for a casual get-together. My parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, and it's so touchy, this capture card. Yeah, it's everything else should be working. I don't know why that slide out didn't work, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the future, my friend. Take care. I don't know if you're going to bed now, my cats, but if you are, sleep well, my friend. Sleep well. So yeah, we got lots of games coming out. Looking forward to a lot of them. And when I saw the Ori and the Will of the Wisps, some of the gameplay for that, and that looks really good. I was hoping that it was going to be out this year because I've been waiting for it for such a long time. But it's not going to be out till next year, which is kind of shitty. But, I mean, shitty in the sense, it's not shitty in the sense that they're putting a lot of time in. It's not coming out the next year. That's great. But shitty in the sense that I have to wait for it, unfortunately. But should be good. But yeah, lots of other games coming out soon. And I'm looking forward to getting some more gaming in with you guys. I got Astroneer. I'm looking forward to playing that. I was actually going to play that the second part of my birthday night, the night of the capture card collapse. I was going to start off Astroneer. I want to play that with Jen and Supercryer and some others. I mentioned that they have it, so and a lot of people are saying it's a fantastic game. So it was my B-day. What day is it today? It's today. What day is it today? It's today the 2nd. My birthday was on the 31st. July 31st. The good old Leo. I was same day as Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, and I'm sure some other people. But yeah, we had a day stream a couple days ago. It's on the channel. My Cats, if you're interested. Just playing silly games, hanging out. What's up, Cudal Moose? Good to see you again. Wasn't able to make it back to your second stream yesterday. It's all right. I didn't really have one because my my capture card decided to just leave. Capture card was just like, nope, I don't want to work with you anymore. So I'm just going to break and you'll have to buy a new one. And I was like, well, okay then. If that's how it has to be, then that's how it has to be. So I ordered it. Just got to wait for it to come. I could have bought one in the store today, but it would have cost me an extra $50. Maybe even more than that. It's so funny because I called them. I'm like, they're a computer store, for God's sake. And some of their stuff even comes from Amazon. But from the looks of it, you have more years to come than me. A few more, not much. You said, how old did you say you were? I don't think I'm too far behind you. You're 57? Okay. So, well, I'm 44. I'm not that. I'm about 10 and a bit, maybe 15. I just turned 44, but yeah. But it's great. All right, we have your son is 41. Nice. Yeah, I got a really wide, age group. Up until this point, we had someone who was, I think, 53. Then, so 57. I mean, out of our regs, anyways, that come by. But we got a pretty older group that comes by and hangs out. I'd say 20. If you become a reg, you'd be like the top bar at the moment, so it'd be like 20 to 57. But it's a good range of people in there, so it's good for conversation. I'm so happy you're still alive. I had to take a phone call. Ah, cool. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. So Corky, Freebird, my cat. I'm doing a Q&A tonight while we're just chilling out. So if you guys have any questions for me, I know I'm not trying to keep you cats. I know you might be heading off for the night, but if anyone's got any questions, you want to know anything about me, here's to you. Ask away. I'm a very open book. A very, very open book. Who chooses an hour and a half long phone call? Is that real waterfall behind you? And if so, is that your free water source? I wish it was my free water source. I really, really do. It's nice though, eh? I had In the winter, I had snow falling in the background. Where do I live? I'm just outside of, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Not too far from Toronto. Not too far from Toronto. I worked in Toronto, lived in Toronto for a while. I am the Canadian. I choose that on very rare basis. When are you coming to visit me, Indy? Oh, man. I want to come and visit you. I want to come and visit all of you so much, so badly. We can go gambling. Nice. I'm down. I'm down. I don't have much money to go gambling, so I might lose all my money and I'll have to live with you. I hope you don't mind, but I'm looking forward to meeting all of you, coming and visiting all of you. Maybe not Jaycee, but the rest of you, I'm down. I'm down to come see you for sure. You like fishing? I do. Every year I go out to Florida. It might change over the next little while, but every year I go out with my family to Florida, and we go fishing off the coast. Like we just, at nighttime, after everyone's gone home or back to their condos or back to their whatever, we always get a place right on the beach, fish right off the beach. Good fun. Loved it. Haven't done much fishing in or rivers or lakes. I've done some. I went boating with some friends. We had a houseboat, and up north we did some houseboating. We stop off at little islands, throw some lines out, and that sort of thing. But I do like fishing. Yeah. And I was thinking about this. You should pick me up and take me with you next time. Maybe. Do you like sushi? There's a strip club that was voted best sushi in town a couple years ago. We can do that. I love sushi. I'm actually a huge fan of sushi. I love sushi. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about sushi. Big fan. So, if I'm down your way, I consider that a date. I'm totally down for that. Totally down for that. Totally in for that, for sure. Wonder why I was voted the best. Huh? I don't know who did the voting, but good sushi is good sushi. Yeah. I mean, there's really bad sushi. There's definitely really bad sushi, but sushi at a strip club, isn't that dangerous or expensive? I'm down. Sushi at a strip club, yeah. It was so funny. I remember the first time I saw someone at a strip club. Sorry, my hair is like horrible right now, but first time I saw somebody at a strip club eating, I found it to be a very bizarre thing. There's this area right, where the dance floor comes out. It comes out into a little, so as it comes towards you, it curves, like a little half circle. So then the pole's right there. And then they put like a little ledge around the entire floor, like the whole dance floor or stage floor. Put a little ledge where there are chairs at, and some people call it like Pervert's Row or whatever, and whatever. That's just the name that they call it. But I remember the first time I went to one of these, and I saw a guy eating a full-fledged, ridiculously huge meal in Pervert's Row. Most of them were, if they were eating at a table in the back area or whatever. But this guy was right up front, all this stuff around him, the girl right there in front of him while he's eating away. So he's eating and he's staring at the same time. I was just like, what? Really? It just seemed very odd for me. The last and only time I went to a strip club was 1977, just before I joined the Navy. Another person who has served. We've got a lot of people in chat. Well, not just in chat, but a lot of Lammers who have served. Ew. I know, right, Corky? It was just weird to see him because, like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't like, you know, eating all this food while staring at this woman, but it just seemed very strange to have all this food, you know, packed in around him while he was eating. It just seemed very odd. I'm pretty sure he was imagining the woman was the food. Yeah, it could have been, I guess. But yeah, I think I've only been to I think I've been to strippers maybe less than a handful of times, probably like maybe 3 times and maybe 4 times. And I'm sure one of those times it was like an in and out thing. We were in there and we're like, nah, let's get out of here. Let's just go grab a coffee or something like that. I remember I think the first time I went, some people say I don't look my age now, but I have to admit when I was younger, I looked older than my age, which was great. Even though I didn't drink, I was able to get booze for some people, and that was cool. But first time I went to a strip joint, we went in and it was just like that. I remember like it was just like, okay, sat down for a bit. We were underage. They didn't care. There wasn't that many people in there, so I don't think they were really too worried about it. And we were in there for like half an hour, an hour. It didn't do anything for us. We were like, okay, let's go. Let's go grab some coffee and play some cards, and that's what we ended up doing. I know, Cudal, that is why I wondered the way I did. What was that? I'm a cheap bastard, so I'd rather make it rain steaks on the grill. Yeah, right? I know. Nice face. Naked with food is a fetish of sorts. Yes, that's true. I make good money working at a breakfast place, and I get to keep my clothes on, which I prefer. Yeah, I could understand that. That makes perfect sense to me, for sure. Sure, Freebird. If you want to be narrow-minded. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I'm an advocate for, you know, a woman wanting to do whatever, you know, with her body. It's not my place to tell them yes or no or what I think to be right or wrong. I have my preferences for sure, but you know, you do what you want to do, and hopefully that's what makes you happy. I mean, guys too, you know. Live the way you want to live. Try and be healthy. Try and, you know, keep people happy. And if you do something that you think might be wrong or questionable, then don't complain about it if it goes south, you know. So, but yeah, you know. I like the hours better, Jaycee. You aren't going to make good money at a strip club working the day shift. Which is why I said night jobs pay well. Ah, yes. We aren't judging. I don't want to work nights, Jaycee. I'm too busy getting texts from you at the 2 a.m. I'd have to have your number to text you. But I mean, I'm one of these guys who, you know, I as much as I appreciate I work on all levels. There is a, you know, part of me that likes, you know, the look of a good woman and the look of a good guy, to tell you the honest truth, or what I consider to be my attractive zone. I guess everyone's zone of attractiveness is different, of course. Not one being better than the other, but there's definitely a side of me that runs that way. There's a very, very, you know, what some might call dirty, naughty side, but I mean, that's fine. I have no problem with it. It doesn't run my life or anything like that, but at the same time, I revel in it when the option presents itself. And I think we need to become more of a population that is allowed to feel good about those sort of things, you know. As long as you're not hurting anybody else and you're enjoying those things, you know, not feeling shamed to do certain things and that sort of thing. But yeah, for sure. My bad, Discord messages, no problem. If I was tall enough to be a stripper, I would consider it. Respect to those ladies, huh? Oh, and we never know either, right? We never know what kind of situation people are in, who they are responsible for, men or women, what they have to do to make ends meet. I'm not saying that there aren't other options. Some people get put in the role, and sometimes it's hard for them to get out, man or woman, but we all try to get by. We're all just trying to get by. We can look back upon some of the things that we did as not being, you know, great and have regrets and everything like that. But if at the end you can sit here and say, hey, you know, I'm happy with how I came out. I'm happy with the way I've treated people. I'm happy with, you know, being a little bit selfish for myself to make me happy as well. Then you know, you're on a good path. You did some good things, no matter what you had to go through. No, man. No, I had a family member do that crap, and it ruined her life, and she did her best to ruin ours. Well, that's the thing, and then that's what I'm talking about. There are some people who bring other people down with them. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who can live that lifestyle and live it very healthily, and you know, take care of their own as well as taking care of themselves. But there are people out there who just want to bring everybody down with them, and unfortunately, we have to deal with it. Try and support if possible. At the same time, know what your limit is. It's like, okay, you know what? I've done all I can. You know, I've tried to help. I've tried to get you information. I've tried to do this. I've tried to do that. I'm done now. You got to be able to say that as well. You have to be able to say that as well. You have to be able to know where your line is as well, before you know you start to get pulled into that darkness. As long as you can manage that line well, then you're a step ahead of a lot of people. So. What's up, Britsky? Oh, much love, my dear. Lurking and loving. I appreciate it. My cousin was to Chippendale and worked in a strip show in Tahoe, and he loved it. He got to travel all around Europe. Yes, I've heard lots of stories like that. Lots of stories. For sure, yeah. I grew up on a farm in Colorado and only saw life one way. Then I joined the Navy and found out life was more diverse than I ever thought it could be. That is another story I've heard quite a lot from people who have served. And obviously, you know, I thank anyone who has served to protect anybody. But it's amazing how that opens up a lot of, you know, avenues and paths of things that maybe we didn't know about. So it's a wonderful thing serving, and I can only say thank you to those who have served for us. What's up, Peter? Still a virgin, so he didn't do too many naughty things. Shadow hearts are fine. Oh wait, I read that wrong, Corkhands. I thought you said hearts are gross. No, it's Jaycee. Jaycee said that. Once you start going to other countries and you see things you never thought were possible, for sure, for sure. They are gross, Kyle. You don't like hearts either, Corky? What? That's not true. That's not true. I don't believe that for a second. Welcome, Peter. Thank you for stopping by. Britsky as well. As you got read in the title, my capture card is broken. Sad face. But I ordered a new one. It'll be on the way. It's on the way. But once again, my exam, my day job comes into effect on Friday. So Friday to the 4th to the 15th. So the 4th to the 15th. Even if I do have my card back up and running, my schedule is going to be kind of up and down. My night streams will still be there. They might be short. They might be shorter than usual, but they'll still be there every night. But my afternoon streams will be on hiatus until the work comes to a close, and I'll be back to normal after the 15th. We are part of the No Hearts Club. What, you and Jaycee? What? We're part. Wow. Corky. Really? You, being one of these people that I know to have one of the biggest hearts, are not a fan of the hearts? Is it just hearts? Or you're not a fan of the lovey-dovey stuff at all? Me and Corky are tight now. Wow. Wow. That's not gonna, like, I still got to give you a hug, right? Oh, Corky, I forgot to ask. I'm not sure if I saw the answer. Did you get the gift I sent for you? Like, I sent I gave a couple of bracelets out when I went to PAX South. Did you get yours? You got nothing from me. Okay. Jen, I gave them to Jen. I'm not blaming Jen, of course. But I gave, that's why I said I knew your favorite color, because I had asked Brandon. And I'm pretty sure I gave it. I'm pretty sure Jen had it. Cause I got one for Stat and Julie. And I got one for Jen for helping me out with it. And I got one for you. Oh man, when I hug people, they tend to hold on more than the allowed time. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. All right. I'll talk with Jen. Like, this was way back at PAX, way back at PAX South. I'm good with a bear hug, but no more than 5 seconds. All right, I'll keep track of the time. I'll make sure. I could talk all night, but I have to go. It was really cool meeting you and your friends. I look forward to seeing you all again. Well, thank you for stopping by, my cats. Thank you for hitting that sub button, becoming part of the family. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Take care, my friend. Sleep well. I mean, we were talking about the red light district where we were going to after the stream, so we can get some sushi as we watch the show. Ah, right. I'm the most awkward hugger. I don't like shaking hands or high-fiving. It spreads germs. It does. It does. But at the same time, it's those same germs that teach us how to cope. Teaches your body how to strengthen its immune system. Right? You can't. If your body can't get outside influences, it'll never learn to fight. Which is why those some of those hand washes and everything, like those oily hand sanitizers, are good and bad. But I agree. Whenever I go to washrooms and stuff like that, like the air dryers and stuff like that, I always wash my hands, and use I take a one of these guys with me everywhere I go, and I want to dry my hands with that and everything. But let's hug for 5 minutes at least. All hugging. Hey, Cudal, how you doing, my friend? Cudal, you know, I have to admit, I had so much fun when I stopped playing Escape from Tarkov. I was thinking to myself that I really missed playing with you because I had a lot of fun. You always made me laugh whenever I played with you. I really enjoyed playing with you. So if you ever see me playing something and you're looking to get in, let me know. I would love to play with you again because I find you to be really funny. Oh wait, do you remember when I said I got bear hugged and my back broke at VidCon last year? What? Oh my god. I don't think my back ever healed from that hug. We're gonna play Realm Royale together. Yeah, we can definitely play. We definitely play. Let me know once again, Corky. Let me know if you're ever going online or if you're ever just playing. Shoot me a message on maybe Discord. If I'm in front of my computer, I'll jump in some games with you. Super fun to play Tarkov with. He laughs at me though. I know he laughs at me too, but it's so funny. We're running around, and then we get shot, and all of a sudden he's gone. He's out of there. He's like, I'm like, where'd you go? He's like, what do you mean, dude? I'm gone. I'm out of here. That was Cudal all the time, all the time. They're making me play at night. I can't see where he's going or anything like that. It's this guy. I laugh. I never knew that. Yes, you laugh. You laugh. It's too funny. Every single time we're shooting, he's gone. Blink of an eye. I'm sure if I was in that virtual world with him, we'd be standing there in the bush, shooting would happen. I'd be like, what do you think that... Cudal? Cudal, where'd you go? And I'd hear him, like, screaming and laughing miles away, saying, dude, I'm gone, man. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Oh my god, it's too funny. Too funny, dude. Too funny. No, you... Oh, man. Got me walking around at night. I can't see shit. He's got, like, super dark eyeballs, or the ability to, like, see everything in the dark. And he's got me running around everywhere. As I'm getting shot from every direction. Yeah, but how... You never seem to get hit. You somehow never seem to get hit. Oh, man. I know, like, Tarkov is still on my machine. I know it had a huge update a long time ago. I haven't gotten back into it since, but... Natural night vision for the win. Right? Right? I'd be, like, sitting beside him. He's like, it's right over there. You see that tree right there? I'd be like, tree? What do you mean with tree? Dude, it's, like, completely black in front of me. There's nothing in front of me. He's like, no, the tree, it's, like, right next to the wall. It's right in front of you. I'm like, what? Oh, my God. Either this guy has his brightness all the way up, or I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Super Cryo? How you doing? I swear I keep telling you that there's a tree or a bus or what. You do. You keep telling me that, but I can't see anything. They ain't loaded in. No, it's not that they aren't loaded in yet. It's just that I can't see it. Once again, guys, hey, don't forget to smash that like button. I don't have my like spike on this screen. I could do it over here, I think. Boom. But yeah, so as you can tell, my capture card is broken. So as I wait for that to come in, I guess I'd come in tonight and hang out with you guys, do a little bit of Q&A. Supercrier, you're here. If you want to ask me any questions, or Britsky, Cudal, yourself, you can't touch your brightness in game. I know, but I don't know. You have like superhuman contrast skills with your eyes. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm doing the Q&A. So if you guys ever want to know anything about me, I am an open book. Open book. Anybody who wants to know anything about me, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. No, not until the new card comes in. But I can play with you guys. If you guys are streaming or whatnot, I can play with you on your streams. Yeah, I ordered it. It should be here in a couple of days. How long till the card arrives? It's weird because on second season of Tarkov and that one game, Desolate. Don't even talk to me about Desolate. Desolate, no good. I enjoyed Witch Hunt though. Witch Hunt was a lot of fun. But yeah, so a supercar. I don't know. This is the thing with Amazon. Like you can pay. If I pay to have like shipping overnight, it's a ridiculous amount. Even shipping in a couple days, or like 3 days or something like that, 4 days even, the prices jump quite drastically. But if I do like free shipping, and it says like it'll come in like 5 or 10 days, I'd say 80%, maybe even like 85% of the time, it shows up in like a couple days anyways. I'm not saying that that's going to happen here or not, but it might not. But that's why I never pay for rush packaging anymore for Amazon, because I could pay some crazy amount and it'll get here in the same time that if I didn't pay anything at all. So who knows? It might show up 2 days from now. It might show up like 2 weeks from now. I'm not too sure, but I gotta go. You all have a great night. Sweet dreams. I hope to catch you next stream. Oh, thank you, Corky. I appreciate it. Much love, my dear. Fist bump. Nice. Fist bump indeed. Whoopsh. What's the favorite thing you've ever gotten in the mail? My touch monitor, of course. I got my touch monitor in the mail. You're so pretty. If these people could see how pretty you are, they would understand the love affair I have with you. It's ridiculous. I know. I wish I could look at you more too, but you know how it goes. But yes, I got my touchscreen in the mail, and man, it was love at first sight. I really want to stay, but I have a lot of stuff to do. Gotta love moving. Yes. Well, I hope the move goes well for you, Corky. I hope the move goes well for you, and without incident. Yes. I know moving can be, but hopefully it'll go well. But have a good night, my dear. Fist bump indeed. I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all of you coming by and hanging out. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to, you know, keep your guys' attention just by sitting here and answering questions and stuff. But it's already been like 2 hours. But yeah, so if anyone's got any more questions, you want to know anything about me? You want to know anything about streaming? You want to know anything about your experience with streaming compared to my experience with streaming? Software, hardware, what I use? Feel free. Feel free. Out of all the Jaycees in the world, which one is your favorite? The one in your book is really good. I'd probably have to say the character Jaycee in your book is absolutely amazing. Really, really good. A top-notch character. I could see myself being really, really good friends with them. Yeah, that would probably be my choice. What? He's written very well. He's written very well. Well, if we're all gamers here, how many? Let's do a little shout out of people's favorite games. Little shout out. Whether it's a new game coming out that you're looking forward to playing because you know it's going to be good, or whether an old nostalgia game that you used to play all the time when you were young. Chrono Cross. Oh yeah, you mentioned that one before. Well, was anybody here into arcade games? Back in the day, pinball, you know, things like 1942, Double Dragon, you know, asteroids and that kind of stuff. Time Crisis with the light gun. That's a good one, yeah. I'm telling you, Hardcase. I think, I think you would really love Ready Player One. If there's anybody, I think a lot of people would love it. But if you ever get a chance to pick up that book, I read that book and listened to that book a few times now. If you ever get a chance, pick up that book. I think you will really, really, really enjoy it. It's definitely. I've had the book for about a year now. Still, yeah, I have to read it. Oh, if you like the '80s, you like pop culture, you love video games, music, movies. That book has it. That book has it all. So good. And you know, I know in the movie they've represented some new characters. They've even represented characters from like Overwatch and stuff like that. But that wasn't the reason. One of the reasons I liked it was that it was like my time back in the '80s. You know, DeLorean style. You know, they had the flick syncs that were not in the movie. It's one of the biggest parts of the book that people love. So go either find it or get the audiobook, Hardcase. I would love to know what you think of it. And you too, Britsky, if you have it. If you like to read and you like 80s pop culture, you like video games, it's a good book. Really, really good book. High fantasy is better. Jaycee doesn't read, so his opinion doesn't have any value here. I hate reading, but since I have it, I may as well read it. Or Britsky, do the why don't you do the audiobook thing? I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm doing, while I'm doing dishes, or if I'm cooking, or if I'm on the treadmill, if I'm going for a walk. If I drive, I know a lot of people who use audiobooks when they drive. You can get the audiobook and listen to it. It's really, really good. I do all mine through audible.com. Fantastic. Fantastic. High fantasy is good, but it's high fantasy is very good. There's no doubt about it. High fantasy is good. Oh, back to what you said way earlier. Britsky, practice makes perfect. There you go. There you go. I guess we'll wind down. We're winding down now. Thank you guys all for stopping by and hanging out. Once again, don't forget to smash that like button. Sorry the card isn't working at the moment. If the card doesn't come by in the next day or two, I'll see if I can use my... I've got an external card that I can hook up, so I can always use that in the meantime. But I just wanted to come by to remind you guys that yes, the card is on the way. We will do the murder mystery as soon as possible, and I will have the new options for the murder mystery for next month up as soon as possible as well. And yeah, so I just wanted to come by and let you guys know that everything is in the process of arriving, and we will be back up and running as soon as my game capture card comes by. What's up, Anji? What's up? What's up? True that my PC crapped out, I had to reset, so I lost everything. I have to still reinstall a bunch of games. Yeah. Thank you for the well wishes and the happy birthday wishes, Anji. So much, I appreciate it. But yeah. Thank you guys once again for stopping by. You guys want to go do a raid on somebody? Should we go do a raid? Wizark, what's up? Crap, Q&A. I gotta think of a question quick. What is your favorite type of pickle? I like small garlic pickles. I like small garlic pickles. Guys, Wizark is also a streamer. Click on those three. Wizark, and I saw you on YouTube. Are you back and forth between YouTube and Mixer? But she's another fantastic streamer. Make sure you go check her out. Check out Hardcase as well. ! Hardcase! ! Jaycee! ! Wizark! ! Supercrier! Who else? Who else was here? Corky! ! Corky! If there's anybody else that I might have forgotten. Yep, stream on YouTube once a week at least. Okay, great. Make sure you go check out Wizark. She's another sweetie. Really, really, really kind. Loves to play indie games and games that she likes. That's who she is. She plays games that she likes, and that's what she wants her channel to be. And it's good for that. I like it. I mean, if you're playing games that only other people play, that's if you like it, that's great. You know, things fall in line for you. But you know, sometimes you want to play other things, and you know, you should never get it should never be a detriment for your channel to play other games. So, just saying hello before bed. So GG and good night. All right. Let's go. Let's see who's online. Let's see who's online. I'll go see. I'll go do a raid. Once again, can I see those raids in the chat again? Can I see them raids in the chat again? See who wants to go raid. Who wants to go raid? Nice. All right. Oh, Rathea was playing she was playing Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Ah, yes, I played that game. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, Wangster's on. Let's go say hi to Wangster. This guy, this guy, he's just got one of them faces, you know. He's just got one of the faces that you see it and you just feel like you just look at him and go, this guy seems like such a nice guy, such a nice guy. So let's go say hi to Wangster. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. You guys, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Go on over, say hi to Wangster. Super, super sweet guy. I got a chance to meet him at PAX. Really, really, really sweet guy. So yeah, we're gonna go over and say hi to him, and I will catch you guys later. Cudal, you beat me to it. All right, I'll put the link in the chat. I'll catch you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in a day or two once we get things up and running. All right, have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.